The world's most futuristic head massager. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. I know, it looks like a VR helmet, but it's not. It's the BREO iDream 5S head massage unit, and it's pretty awesome actually. So it is wireless, battery powered, and it has a lot of different things going on. There is massage to around your eyes. There is massage to your temples on the side here. There is massage to the back of your neck. And there's a whole bunch of little like massage. These are very soft, like a hairbrush, needles that basically push down on your scalp in different patterns. In fact, I can turn it on and you can see some of that while I talk about it. So I have charged it and it immediately turns on. So we should start hearing the sound, and it gives you a little bit of the audio, and it should, there we go. So now it's started to massage. So you can see some of the things that are going on, and it's pretty darn interesting to wear this. I'll put it on in just a second. So let me tell you that on the top here, there's 150 scalp pressure points. And then there's air pressure massage. There are 7 different air chambers that are working around your eyes and your temples and the back of your neck. And there's also heat technology, right? So you can actually heat it up to 109 degrees Fahrenheit or 44 Celsius. And as you can hear, there's a little soundtrack. You can turn it off or change the volume or replace it with your own music because it's a Bluetooth device. And you will want the BREO app. I'll show you that in a second. And it has a 1.5 hour battery life on a 6-hour charge. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to be using this for 1.5 hours. You will be so loopy and spacey if you do. Let me go ahead and turn it off. And there's just a power button on the front here with a little display strip that shows you things like battery. But I want to tell you that it is pretty flexible. So for example, I can push 2 buttons on the top and I can take the eyepiece out. And honestly, I find the eye pressure to be a little bit weird. So unless I dial it all the way back, I find it a little invasive. So using it like this actually works well for me, but let's reassemble it because it's certainly easy to do that. Let's see. Well, I said it's easy to do that. I suppose I should do it by not having it upside down. And there we go. So it's all back together. And what you can't tell is there actually, maybe you can tell, there's 2 little cutouts. So you can actually see when you put it on. There's a quick release button on the back. So you push that, it stretches all the way out. You can see here that I dial it in. That's what you do on the back. So you can dial it in to be the size of your head and then quick release it. I would say quick release it before you put it on. And then you dial it a little bit on the side there. Not too much. And if you go too far, just push the quick release and dial it again. And the experience is kind of interesting. It's not entirely claustrophobic, but I don't know that I would want to spend the day with this thing on, but I can just push the power button now and it's starting. And so you can hear, I'm getting the bird music and I'm closing my eyes so I can feel the pressure around my cheekbones and the edge of my eyes. I can feel the top. I can feel the air cushions closing or sort of filling and emptying on my temples. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of different things happening here. And of course, if I'm feeling it's a little too tight, I can just push release and then I'm still getting all the benefits, but it's a little bit gentler. But of course, what you really want to do is, number one, you don't want to watch me using this. So turn this off. What you want to do is you want to hook it through the app. And one of the things I found frustrating with this is it comes with almost no instructions at all. You're really kind of on your own. There are some instructions on the website, but I think the company could do really well to actually up their game with that. But that's okay. So now I'm on my iPhone, so I downloaded the BREO app. And in the app, once I power on the device, and this is a little tricky because you have to power it on to get to the control, but it's not so easy to look through those little tiny holes and see your phone screen. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the device, and we'll just sort of let it run by itself so you can see what's going on. And hopefully it will connect. Very exciting. There we go. So now you can see all the basic controls. On the top right, I have the ability to adjust the duration of the massage. You can do 5, 10, or 15 minutes. On the middle part right there, it's temperature in Celsius, not Fahrenheit. 42 degrees would be very cool, but you can click on it and dial it up or down if you want. So it's from 38 to 44 degrees with 42 the default. And you can turn off heat if you want to by just tapping that slider. And then where it gets fun is you can get into things like changing whether you have that kneading motion on the top. You can adjust the air pressure. It's using the default, but if I find that's too much, I can go to low. Or if it's not enough, I can go to high. And we should be seeing this thing doing all sorts of activity while I'm doing that. Let's see if we can maybe get that angle. And you can dial it in. If you really, really love the feel of that like sort of eye massage, you can dial it up all the way and just get a whole heck of a lot of that. Or you can dial it way back with the slider. And then you can also get to music. So of all things, I'm listening to a song called I Want to Invade Switzerland by Daniel Pemberton. It's actually from a movie soundtrack, but I can choose built-in music or I can choose mobile music. And if I choose mobile music, then I just go into whatever, here we go, here's that song, and I can just play it. Now, when you're listening to music, obviously the people around you are hearing it too, right? So if I turn this all the way up, we should hear it. But the important thing is I can actually change that because I can plug in earbuds included. They have very basic earbuds, but you can plug them into the back. There's a 3.5 millimeter jack, and then you can put in earbuds. So if you use this in an environment where people would otherwise be saying, what am I hearing? Why do I have to hear this? Can you turn that off? That's a way you can do that. So lots and lots of controls, and it also comes with a charging cable because it's a micro USB, not my favorite connector. There's a little plastic door you open up, and then you have access to the charging port. It's micro USB. It has the cable. It has a little tiny wall plug, so that's easy. Remember, it's a 6-hour charge. And it also comes with a very nice little fabric carrying bag, which is great because it's kind of a big device. I don't know that this is something you'll be toting around. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off and turn off the recording. So it did disconnect. I'll confirm that. And now I'm gonna put it on again. And now that you sort of understand everything that's going on, now I can actually dial it into the sort of compression on the front that I want. And then let's see, I can power it up. And now that it's powered up, I can go back into the app if I want, which I can actually see what's going on right now through those 2 eye holes. Or I can just close my eyes and let it do all the default things, which is quite pleasant, actually. So what I'm feeling, again, is I'm feeling a lot of pressure around my eyes, and then my temples, and then there's a lot of that kneading or sort of pushing down going on the top. And there's some on the back of my neck. It's not a whole lot because I think the way it's designed, lacking a chin strap, it tends to move up a little bit, and I think sort of move this way a little bit. I feel really silly talking while I have this helmet on, so I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to push release to get it to loosen up, and then I'm going to take it off again. So that's what this is. There is an on-off button on the top if you just want to get that scalp stimulation. it's pretty darn cool. What they say is that it's really good for insomnia, it's really good for headaches, it's really good for treating migraines. My son suffers from migraines. I really want him to have this in his house so that next time he gets a migraine, he can put this on and test it out. Luckily, he hasn't had one for a while, so we haven't had that opportunity to test it. Honestly, I'd rather he didn't get migraines and we never had the chance to test this for that. But if he does get one, this should be a really interesting thing for him to try out. It is very relaxing. It is very chill. Is it as good as having someone actually standing behind me giving me a head massage? No, probably not. But it's not a bad simulation. There's a lot going on. And like I said, for my personal preferences, I like that I can take the eyepiece off because that takes away the massage that's going on right here on sort of the edge of your eye hole on your skull. I find that a little bit unpleasant. Obviously, a lot of people like that because that's an integral part of this system. I could also leave that on and I can dial it way down in the app. So there is a lot of flexibility. So not much else I can tell you. It's 2.1 pounds, so it doesn't feel particularly heavy. It is protein leather, so it is a faux or mock leather, so no animals were hurt in the making of this product, as far as I know. It does come with a 30-day return and a 12-month warranty, so if you want to try it out for a couple of weeks, then I think that would be okay. Really, all that's left to talk about is the price, and it's a pretty spendy product. So before we get there, though, I'm going to ask if you, let me just sort of get past that massage. Okay. If you could subscribe to my channel, I hope it's really clear that I'm really straightforward and candid and honest in my reviews. I'm going to tell you the good, I'm going to tell you the not so good, and I'll be really just like straight with you. So subscribe and we'll stay connected. Awesome. Now, this is, I will rotate it as I talk. This is the BREO iDream 5S head massage unit, and it is $439, currently priced at $399 at us.breo.com. So it's a pretty premium product. It has really nice finish and build quality to it. I like how incredibly flexible it is in terms of dialing in or out anything you want. I wish they had better instructions. I wish that their default audio loop was like 15 minutes long instead of 30 seconds long and then a jarring transition. But all in all, next time I have a headache or a neck ache or I just feel really stressed, I will absolutely flip this back on and I will give it another 5 or 10 minutes and see what that's like. So, hope that was useful. Let me put it on one more time and I will hope to catch you in my next video.